Okay, so the recurring thing of this is that Mercury is in retrograde. Some people believe that and don't and just blame things, but there's like certain magnetic pulls, whatever. We're supposed to expect technology to not work correctly. And so the game that we have played at this party has been hide and seek because I have been dropped from Google Hangouts more than once, and then we were having a great epiphany about business, and Angela gave some wonderful advice in that we need to allow ourselves to the freedom to be creative and not to the point that we're constantly researching and get ready to get ready. We talked about that last week and on several calls that, you know, we have to get things done, which is why she's the queen of productivity, but that we need to allow ourselves the freedom to go where our passions are enough that we have that flexibility to, she said it so much more eloquently. I'll let you say that because now that we found each other again and we're continuing this broadcast with a double video, how exactly did you say that?
Well, I mean, I don't remember exactly how I said it, but I think it, you know, as long as it's still there, it still stands. But I can add to it and say, you know, just allow yourself to be the leader of your own business. You know, take a stand in that and become confident in that and firm in that, and then allow the creativity to come from you in the actions you take. Absolutely take action. But what was consistent was that I was determined to have a home-based business, have that freedom, you know, have a lifestyle that I now have. And that was what mattered. It didn't matter that product XYZ sold 100 or I had a $20,000 launch, which by the way, I never have had, but, you know, just, it didn't, you know, you don't need to see an ideal and think that's what it looks like. It can look completely different for you as long as you're getting to the end goal of whatever it is you've decided. The rest are just pieces, you know, to pull in and put into place. So that's not exactly what I said last time, but it's basically the concept.
Right. And I think, and we could go on and on about it, but if you look at things like, I like to bring in the example of Sears, right? Sears was a store that was exclusively their own brand name, and they were on top of the world for a long time, selling their own craftsman tools and selling their own everything, guaranteeing their kids clothes, and they eventually had to change or die. They had to file bankruptcy and they had to allow other brands in, right, and affiliate with other things, just like we're affiliate marketers. So my point is, and then there's other things that are out there right now. If you're too rigid in what you do, forget it, especially when it comes to the online world. If you're only working with Facebook, well, guess what's happening in Facebook? The world's watching because, you know, as Mark is tearing up on the media because of things that happened underneath his belt. We don't know if Facebook will be around. So we can't be rigid in what we do, but we can be rigid in our ideology and in the fact that, you know, we want to stay creative, but more than that, and I can see it in you, Angela, which is one of the reasons I invited you on, is that it's not all about us. We're about helping others. And in helping others, we help ourselves and help follow those ideals.
Yeah.
So now that we've come back from hide and seek. So this is the first episode. We're not playing a game. Angela, I don't think I don't know why people get anxiety about having to play a game with me. It's not like it's just about being silly. It's okay. But we have had to play hide and seek. So we're going to instead move right into what it is that you are doing right now. I kind of mentioned that I swear your challenges are weekly because just at the time I finally get the chance to look at what you had offered, it's a new challenge, but you say they're monthly. So
they are.
Okay. So you support others, and what are you doing right now? Is it another challenge or do you have another kind of offer that you're doing?
We just wrapped up a challenge, but if when you're a member of my club, you actually have like until the next challenge starts to kind of complete that challenge. So we could say we're doing one right now. That's the work less, earn more challenge, which is a really nice topic because to you don't want to fill your time with work. Like the whole idea of lifestyle business is to do things in your life. And so there's lots of leverage you can do, and that's what this challenge was about. And then so we'll get into a new one in April. And then one of the things that I just launched like 2 weeks ago after I went to an awesome in-person mastermind that it took me about, we talked about NAMS, which I had been to in 2012. It has been since 2012 since I've been, on a trip to the US to go to any kind of business thing because my daughter was born in Beachpreneurs, yeah, Beachpreneurs Mastermind. And so when I was there, they're like, Nicole was like, your talent is email marketing. I wish you would do that course we had talked about because Nicole is my coach. And I got back and I just launched it. I'm like, you're right. I need to share this about how I do email marketing. So I'm doing a program right now called Natural Email Marketer. And I'm really excited about that. And I'm launching it on early bird pricing. And we've got like 29 people signed up already. And that's exciting to get, a good response early because a lot of people do wait and, seeing that happen. So those are the things I'm currently working on. My focus is always my club. Here I go talking with my hands again. It's my club and I love my club. I just love my members, the community that's been built there. Like it's incredible to once you start working on mindset, when you see something, because when I started my club, it was different. I just didn't really know what I was creating at the time. And we had a lot of kind of complaining going on, which I was not very happy about, but I might have been doing it myself. I don't know. I don't know how I attracted it, but it's a lot of the same people, but we're very, very positive now. And we're very focused on taking action. And it had to do with me changing the challenges and setting the tone and, inviting the people who I know are going to benefit the most, the people who are at a stage where they're past kind of this beginner, they're getting a little traction. Some people come in as beginners, but most of the people in there have already been earning and they want to just kind of ramp up, add more passive, create more lifestyle. They've gotten into the trap of, working all of their time, maybe being overbooked with clients and stuff like that where I've been. And so it's fun. I'm kind of rambling now, but I love my club.
That's what happens when we're passionate about what we do. That's we get to talk really fast. And another thing, and I totally get what you mean about when things kind of mold together. When somebody asks me what I do, or they see my business card and I see you do so many things, and said, well, really, it's under the umbrella of content marketing. And this year, I've slowed the pace on how I market those things. So I still offer specific services to certain clients, but I only focus on one, big element per quarter. And it's done amazing things for me because I've been able to do real detailed work. And I'm not so hard on myself about how long it takes to get things done, because it always takes me 3 times longer than I imagined. But my point is that this show was my favorite thing to do is interview people and to help the small business owner, or even and to have compassion for those people who are still trying to figure out how to do what we do and work from home. So I didn't know where this was going or how I could monetize or anything. And it's amazing how when you let things go, and I don't mean let them go, don't go to the gym and work out. I mean just kind of release it to the universe and be like, okay, this is why I do this. And then all of a sudden the pieces come together. Oh, you can have these free offers, which, by the way, I don't even think, make sure you check out the free offers on pajamapartyprofits.com. Look at our other interviews, see who else is available. If you have something you want to share on the show, make sure that you hit be on the show and let me know what you want to do. But things can kind of mold in. And another thing I love about the show is that you don't have to rehearse for it, because just like you did when you're passionate about something, you don't lose your words, right? We're not sitting here looking at each other. A lot of times it's like you, it's like, oh, we're cut for time. We're cut for time. So we will have some links below to so you can check out Angela And it's so funny because I always want to call you Angela Willis, and it's not. I think it's just part of my dyslexia. It's Wills, correct?
It is, but it's
And
a common mistake. People do think it's Willis.
oh, okay. Well, the thing is that it perfectly matches what you said. You have the will to stay home, and you have the will to help others, and you have the will to change the dynamics of what you're doing within your group of in your tribe of people and the people that you help. And when we had Nicole on another show, she was expressing that's exactly what we were talking about, because I have also worked with I just do my best work when I'm in masterminds, right? When you work with other people. So you're in business, like they say, with certain things. You're by yourself, you're in business for yourself and not by yourself. And you're not even sharing the profits. You're just unless you're affiliating for other people, you're sharing the celebrations and the ideas and really helping lift each other up and bringing new. And there's an attraction to that, right? When you get excited about something, more people want a part of it.
Yeah.
What would be your biggest piece of advice to the person who's still trying to figure out where their footing is? And I love earlier you said, don't be so hard on yourself for trying different things. And nothing, we've already said that nothing's set in stone. I'm not even hangouts because they'll drop us. But what is the one thing that you could say, if you had to go back to yourself when you had that clock was ticking and you knew that you had 1 year to actually get back on your feet and provide for yourself financially? How would you explain that?
I love how you asked that question because I know exactly what I want to answer. Because sometimes people will say, got any final advice? But you were very specific. So I know exactly what I would love to say because one of the things I did and one of the things I see so many of my people doing is, yes, I want to make sure this message is clear because, yes, it's okay to kind of go in different directions and explore different things. But you always have to realize and you always have to focus on bringing in the income. So call it profits, call it, net income, gross income, whatever you want to call it. That part of the business is really important. And some of us who are creative or, just want to do what we love and we're excited about that, we kind of don't want to look at the money part or think about it. But I have come to the realization over the years that I am in just as much service of people by offering them value in exchange for their money, probably in more service of them by doing that than I am by just offering them stuff for free. So make sure you're building a business. Make sure, if you're moving from here, if you're moving from there, always be seeing what is actually working. Always keep that in mind. Always keep it top of mind. Keep it your focus, and keep it as a very important part of what you're doing. And you can serve people, absolutely. You can add value, absolutely. And you can charge them, absolutely.
Yes, I love that advice. Don't forget to make some money. And one thing I've taught my daughter was she does floral arrangements, and she's I don't want to charge that much. I said, okay, then charge what you're comfortable with this time. Next time, double it. Okay, next time double it again, and it's worked for her. And she sees that they don't cough or sneeze, and I found myself do the same thing. It's like, oh. So
I love that. That's a gradual way to get to, where I'm talking about being, and it does take some gradual and it takes some mindset work. And I love that you said that, because when you do see that, it is only something you're thinking they might do, but they don't actually do. And people, they often will expect something priced higher is of higher value. And as long as you bring the value, they're happy because that's what they expected. They expected they were just going to get higher value because they're paying more, and you're delivering on that. So
perfect. You and I are gonna have to get together again when it's not Mercury solstice. We'll have a coffee and we'll talk about things like pricing and negotiating, what happens when they do balk at you and all of that too, because I know that we'd have a lot of fun there. But thank you so much for bearing with me. This is definitely a record. The first time I've ever been thrown off, and we've done an interview in two, but you've been so wonderful about it. Thank you so much. I'm glad we finally got together. I know that we've kept you from another call, so I'm gonna let you go quickly, and please do check out Angela's links below on pajamapartyprofits.com and look at all the other freebies that we've got available for you there. In the meantime, life's a party.
Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. And thank you, everybody.